All right, today we're going to go on this incredible adventure and we're going to answer a really cool question. How do we actually catch sunshine?
You know that feeling? You're outside, it's a beautiful sunny day, and you just wish you could bottle some of that warmth and light up and save it for later? Sounds like a fairy tale, right? Well, get this. Scientists have figured out a way to do almost exactly that. So let's dive in and see how it works. Okay, so it all begins with our sun. And you gotta understand, the sun isn't just a big light bulb up there. No, no. It's a gigantic, nonstop power plant blasting an unbelievable amount of energy our way every single second. And I mean, let's just try to wrap our heads around how much power we're talking about. The Earth gets hit with about 173,000 terawatts of solar energy. I mean, that number it's just mind-bogglingly huge. To give you an idea, that's over 10,000 times more energy than all of humanity uses, combined. It's this incredible free gift of power just raining down on us. So the big question is, how does all that energy get here from, 93 million miles away? Well, it travels in these tiny, tiny little packets of energy. They're called photons. And a great way to think about them is like little sunlight messengers, billions of them, making this epic journey through space just to bring that energy right to our doorstep.
Okay, so we've got these photon messengers arriving. How do we read the mail? The secret, my friends, is inside something called a solar cell. So let's zoom way in and take a look inside one of these incredible sunshine catchers.
You've definitely seen them, right? Those big dark panels on rooftops or out in fields. Well, those are solar panels. But if you look really close, you'll see they're actually a grid of a bunch of smaller squares. Each one of those is a solar cell, and that's where the magic really happens.
So what's the secret ingredient? It's a special material called silicon. And what's so awesome about silicon? First off, it's basically made from sand, which we have a lot of. But its real superpower is what happens when sunlight hits it. The tiny little particles inside, called electrons, they just get super, super excited. They start to wiggle and jump around.
But here's the really clever part. A solar cell isn't just a chunk of silicon. It's actually two incredibly thin layers that are treated in a special way and then sandwiched together. One layer is designed to have a few extra electrons hanging around, and the other layer, well, it's designed to have a few spots missing electrons. And this little trick, it's the key to the whole thing. So what happens when you press those two layers together? Something pretty cool. It creates this tiny electric push right at the boundary where they meet. Think of it like a one-way street, or maybe even a little force field. It's designed to do one thing: push any loose electrons in a very specific direction.
And that brings us to our hero, the electron. It's about to go on an epic journey, a great escape that starts with a little bit of sunlight and ends with your light bulb turning on.
Okay, so check this out. It happens in an instant. Step 1, a photon messenger zips in from the sun and smacks right into the silicon. Bam. That energy is enough to knock an electron free. Step 2, that little force field we talked about gives the electron a shove. And step 3, our hero electron gets pushed into a line with tons of other electrons, all moving together like a parade.
And guess what that organized parade of moving electrons is? Yep, that's electricity. That's it. We've used sunlight to get electrons moving in an organized way. We have officially caught sunshine and turned it into power. How cool is that?
But hold on a second. Our electron's journey isn't quite done. The electricity we just made is awesome, but it's not quite the right kind of power for your TV or your game console. We've got one more step to get it from the roof to your room.
See, the power coming straight out of a solar panel is a specific type called direct current. You'll hear it called DC. But here's the thing. Everything in our homes, the lights, the fridge, your phone charger, they're all designed to run on a completely different kind of power. So what's the difference? Well, let's go back to those ants. DC power from the solar panel is like a line of ants marching steadily in one direction, just a straight line forward. The power in our walls is called alternating current, or AC. That's more like the ants marching one step forward, one step back, one step forward, one step back, really, really fast, and our gadgets are designed for that back and forth dance. So we've got a problem. How do we fix it? We use a really clever piece of tech called an inverter. It's basically a magic box. The one-way DC power goes in, and the inverter changes it into the back and forth AC power that our house can actually use. And just like that, the journey is complete. That little bit of sunshine traveled millions of miles, got caught by a silicon cell, which freed an electron, an inverter changed its flow, and now it's the power that's lighting up your room and running your favorite video game. Amazing.
Okay, wait a minute. This all sounds great, but it brings up a pretty obvious question, right? Solar panels need the sun. So what happens at night or on a super cloudy day when you can't see the sun at all?
Ah, and that is where batteries come into play. Think about it. On a really bright, sunny day, the panels might actually make more electricity than the house is using at that moment. So instead of just letting it disappear, we can store that extra energy in big batteries. It's like having a giant rechargeable battery pack for your entire house, ready to go when the sun goes down.
Wow. We have covered a lot of ground. So let's do a quick recap. Let's call them the 5 sunny superpowers that make this whole thing work. All right, here we go. Number 1, sunlight is made of those tiny energy messengers called photons. Number 2, we use a special material, silicon, inside solar cells to catch them. Number 3, when a photon hits the silicon, it knocks an electron loose, and that creates electricity. Number 4, a magic box called an inverter changes the DC power from the sun into AC power for our homes. And finally, number 5, any extra power we make can be saved in batteries for later. Got it?
But out of all of this, here's what might be the coolest part. Solar energy is what's known as renewable. And that's a really important idea. It means we can't run out of it. It's not like there's a limited supply. The sun is going to keep shining for billions, literally billions of years. That means we have this clean, incredible source of power that will never, ever run dry. So there you have it. We've actually figured out how to catch sunshine. And when you think about it, it just makes you wonder, right? As this technology keeps getting better and better, just imagine, what incredible things are we going to power with the sun in the future?